Mr. Kheruka is now joining us to talk more about it. Mr. Kheruka, you heard the finance minister right now, and of course, you must have heard the speech yesterday as well. What kind of budget booster are we talking about for companies such as yours in specific? This announcement is not purely new, just the customs part is the additional part. Otherwise, we knew that this Yojana was going on for some time now. But how will it translate to your numbers?
Well, actually, I must say that this Yojana is spectacular. It's spectacular because this is directly reaching the consumer and helping the consumer with two things. Number one, it is helping them with their pocket. Secondly, it is helping them with continued power during the day, and there's no question of power outage, at least during the daytime. So this is one thing. What this means is also that the demand for solar panels is going to rise significantly in this country. The demand has already risen very significantly after the 1st April with the imposition of the ALMM order, which mandates the use of solar panels which have been which have been cleared by ALMM or which have been certified by ALMM. So this is a strong statement, a strong pointer towards the need for domestically manufactured solar panels. And the moment the solar panel is manufactured domestically, all the components that go into it, including solar glass, automatically have a better chance of being used rather than when the entire panel is being imported. So I would say that this is definitely good news for domestic components industry like solar glass.
So, Mr. Kheruka, yes, the BCD on imported solar glass, etc., has gone up, but the anti-dumping duty which was there from the likes of China, Vietnam, etc., had been removed last year. Please help me jog my memory if something has been done with that regard, because that's something which has been a major industry ask as well.
So actually, the withdrawal of duty happened in August 2022. So that's nearly 2 years ago. And it had led to a dramatic increase in imports of solar glass to the tune of 700,000 tons a year. This is massive. 700,000 is the output of several factories, not one factory. And this was at a time when we were suffering from want of orders by Indian factories. And so the imposition of the 10% basic customs duty is very welcome. And I wish to thank the finance minister for doing so. The other very important pointer by this action is that there is now a recognition of the existence of ancillary manufacturers who are involved in the solar ecosystem. And I think that for us has been a great achievement that we've been able to successfully put this in the spotlight. And so now going forward, I think the government will be looking at the entire solar ecosystem rather than specifically at cells and modules. The second thing, of course, is that, as I think the government of China had probably sensed that this basic customs duty is likely to be announced. And so they had very cleverly reduced the prices of their glass before the imposition of the duty, which was announced yesterday. But that's all right. You see, I've been in glass for 55 years now, and I have faced many trials, many tribulations. I've seen periods of great crisis. And the only thing that happens is that when we are met with crisis, we sharpen our tools, we focus our vision, and we pare down costs and we improve efficiencies so that whatever the circumstances are, we are not waiting for a handout. We take action. And we have been doing that for the last 2 years. We've improved efficiencies, we've improved our operating game. But of course, we do need government support. We are happy
Mr.
that...
Mr. Kheruka, yes, and the street loves you for what all have you achieved at the company level. I want to understand exactly how much benefit comes because of these elements which go into manufacturing of that solar panel. The domestic industry has been encouraged, one, and also the competitive landscape. Are there other players also mushrooming across the country? How is that looking?
So starting with solar modules, of course, there's been a spectacular growth in the solar module manufacturers. People have upped the ante in terms of technology, in terms of output. Now we move on to components, and I think the most expensive component is solar glass. And from just Borosil in 2019, I think till 2023, in fact, we now have 5 manufacturers, and a 6th one is on the cards, likely to be coming up with production in the next few months. So that's been a big growth, and from 180 tons, we've come to 2,300 tons per day. So I think the domestic entrepreneurs in the business of solar components and then the whole solar ecosystem are very alive and very ready to face all kinds of challenges and requirements, so that we are part of the national program.
So, Mr. Kheruka, quick couple of questions. On a consolidated basis, your revenue profile is close to 1,400 odd crores. When do you see it hitting, let's say, 2,000 crores? And the rights issue that you had announced, 450 crore thereabouts, how would it help in reducing the overall debt and the interest pressures?
Well, the rights issue is still on. It will be announced in due time. We do plan to use the bulk of that to reduce debt. And so far as now, with this new announcement and the fact of solar ancillaries having come within the scope of vision of the government, I think things will be looking up. I cannot make any firm commitments at this moment, but definitely things will be looking up.
Right, Mr. Kheruka, thanks very much for joining us with that.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.